How's it going, guys? In this episode of Cup or Bust, we're using the Florida Panthers. As you can see, their top players are Barkov, Huberdeau, and Luongo. They have a really sick first line, honestly, with Huberdeau, Barkov, and Dadonov. Definitely going to have to just roll with Luongo, I think. He's a solid goalie who's aging, and just hope he doesn't digress too much in the first few seasons. They're currently 90 overall, so I think they're tied with Montreal and Toronto for the third best team in the Atlantic. So definitely, last year they were, 1 point shy of the playoffs. We can definitely compete, I think. Obviously, could make a couple moves here to make them even better. And as always, guys, using the most authentic settings. So, skill superstar, period length 20 minutes, game styles full sim, trade difficulty is set to hard. Also, our own set of rules to make it more authentic. The first is unlimited free agent signings in the summer. Next, of course, max 5 trades per year, but CPU offers are a bonus. Cannot trade picks past 2020. And then, of course, keep at least 4 picks per draft. Just so, keep it a little more realistic. I just want to give you guys a quick refresher on all the created players. So we have Adam Fox here on the Hurricanes. Brady Tkachuk, Cole Caulfield. They've actually just upgraded him to a 74. He does get drafted in 2019, so he probably still doesn't make the team, but maybe, just making it basically a better chance. Kyle McCarr there, Ilya Kovalchuk, Samsonov, Shishorkin, Sorokin, Farabee, Jack Hughes, Jake Ottinger, Oliver Wahlstrom, Quinn Hughes, Krasov, Nichushkin. So obviously a bunch of just good players there. And on the line this episode is a Team of the Year Dadonov. So if we're unable to win the Stanley Cup of the year 2020, we'll have to quick sell him. Right now he's going for around 100K, so definitely would suck. And before we get started, guys, I actually have to make a trade with San Jose, giving them our 4th and 5th round picks in 2018, along with a 2019 second, exchange for their 2018 7th, as this is part of the Mike Hoffman trade that Florida did with San Jose. I actually already put Hoffman on Florida, but you can't trade draft picks outside franchise mode, so basically just getting them the draft picks that we owe San Jose. That way they're not getting screwed losing Hoffman for nothing. So we'll do that there. Definitely does hurt our draft pick situation. Like 2018 there, we have a 1st and 2nd, and that's about it. 2019, all we lost was a 2nd, so it's not too bad. Give you guys a quick look too at the player values. Obviously, Barkov there is a beast. Ekblad hopefully will grow as our #1 defenseman. Pretty good top 6 there now with Trocheck, Hoffman, Dadonov. Obviously, it's a good thing I do these with the morale off. Otherwise, the Hoffman trade might not be as good. But in this game, I mean, it's an absolute steal for us, I think. And an 84 overall winger just for a few draft picks. So we're going to mess with the lines a bit. Maybe see if we can make a couple trades before starting the simulation. And we're here, guys, with a quick look at our lines before we make any trades. Like I was saying, it's a solid first line there. Second line's pretty good, too. Could use an upgrade on Verbata, but Trocheck and Hoffman, obviously, very solid. Third line there, Bukestad's obviously pretty solid third line center, kind of what you want, 6'6", solid defensively. And then 4th line also could be a bit better. Defense, we have Ekblad playing out on top pair with Yandel, Matheson and Pishik there on the 2nd pair with Petrovic and Mikoshin on the bottom pair. Ekblad obviously hopefully grows, not too bad defensive depth. Luongo, there's the starter, Reimer backing him up. Reimer's got a pretty bad contract for a backup goalie, $3.4 million. Probably not going to be able to move that. So I'm thinking we'll probably just leave the goalies as is and hope for the best. Also want to give you a quick look at the AHL team. Jared McCann here obviously could grow a lot. We'll play him 1st line center and hope that happens. He's got that low top 6. Doesn't look like anything else in the AHL system other than McCann. So might have to make some trades here. And right now, guys, trying to make a trade with Carolina for Justin Williams. Figured he'd fit in nicely. 2nd line right wing. 35 years old, 82 overall. Also adding that dude just for the roster spot. Offering them McKenzie if they want. I don't know why. Making $1.3 million as a 76 overall guy. I just want to get rid of that contract, especially to 2 years left. Same goes for McGinn. $3.3 million for the next 2 years. He's 79. We can usually get 79s for like $1.5 million, so he's more than double like overpaid. Then a 2020 3rd round pick. The values about equal. They want all 3 things. I think this should go through. Trade rejected. I'm actually really surprised by that. Thought that was a pretty fair offer. We'll add a San Jose 7th. Maybe it's just enough to make them say yes. Or maybe we have to do 2/3 because we're getting rid of some bad contracts and taking in a good player in Williams. Carolina here is playing hardball. There we go. So he's look at the forward group after adding Justin Williams. I feel like that's a really solid top 6. Honestly, not going to make any more trades at the beginning of the season. The team looks decent. I'm more curious to see just kind of how they play. So I'll probably send him here to the deadline unless they're doing like absolutely terrible. We'll just kind of leave it as is, and then hopefully there's usually some better deals at the deadline, and we'll take advantage of that. Just got a trade off from the Toronto Maple Leafs, Jared McCann, and a 6th for a 2nd, but I feel like McCann's better than whoever we'll get in the 2nd round, so we're going to decline that. As you can see, currently around 500 here in December. Kind of, I guess, what I expected. I figured we'd be a playoff bubble team. Hopefully, can start weighing a bit more here. Just got another trade offer. This one's kind of strange. Dallas wants a bomb 6'4" potential guy, a 6th and 7th for a 5th and Wideman. I mean, we're moving up in the draft, but we're giving up an extra pick. See how good this Wideman guy is. 34. Oh, it's Dennis Wideman. Jeez, okay, I didn't even realize. And then Haley here, I mean, he's pretty bad. and he's locked into contract for 2 years. I don't even really want that contract. Weidman's goes away, so I feel like definitely worth doing that in that case. We move up in the draft. Doesn't count as one of our trades, so might as well. Pretty decent record at the deadline. AHL team also is positive. We'll see where we are here in the standings, and then just kind of go from there. Okay, so 65 points. We're only 1 win away from Montreal, who has a wildcard spot, and we have a game in hand. And then New Jersey there is only a point ahead of us. So yeah, we're right in the mix. Columbus, though, is right there with us as well. Buffalo's only a couple points back. So might as well try and make a couple moves here, make that playoff push. Like not going for it doesn't help us at all. Might as well try and get in as long as it doesn't like cost the future too much. And Barkov there is doing pretty good right now, 50 points at a 60 game mark. So now guys, trying to make a pretty big trade here with St. Louis Blues. A lot of moving parts. We have Keith Yandel, solid defenseman. He's 82 overall, but he's way overpaid at 6.3. Like 82 should be making 4 million max. Repick here is just there for the roster spot, then a 2020 first round pick. Joel Edmondson here, he's pretty solid, 24 years old, 80 overall. Basically replace Yandel. He's a couple overall below, but way cheaper even after we sign him. Jordan Kyrou usually gets sick. I mean, 74 overall, he's got the medium top 6, very fast. I mean, I don't know if he'd make the team next year, but definitely by year 3. Same goes for like Owen Tippett, hoping he can make the jump. And then 2018 third round pick here just to even it out a bit more. And then hopefully we can like get somebody good with that pick. So the value's about equal. They want a couple pieces. They don't want a couple things. We'll see what they say. Trade rejected. Okay, I want to see surprise. I thought that was pretty fair. We'll see, I guess, if we can maybe make this a little bit sweeter for them. All right, so I'm throwing in a 2024. I feel like the value is pretty close already, so this should get to go through. There we go. Okay, so a pretty bold move there. Like, obviously, Yandel's a solid defenseman. I feel like that salary cap will give us more options in free agency or even just with trades. And we're still good enough to compete this year, I think, as we got Edmondson back. And like I was saying, I think Kyrou will be a beast for us. So after trading away Yandel, even though we got Edmondson back, I do want to still try and upgrade the defense. So trying to get John Moore here from the Devils, 82 overall. He is a pending free agent, so a good chance he leaves, but I feel like probably have the money to keep him. Offering them Borgstrom here, decent player, 20 years old, 74 overall, medium top 9, and a third round pick. That's the one we just got back. So if we get this to go through, I feel like that just increases our defense even more. They do say yes, that's awesome. Basically kept our defense the same, but it had to Kyrou and Edmondson, so not too bad. I seen Jason Zucker is on the block for Minnesota. I'm going to try and get him, probably the last move I try and make. Just a bunch of small deals. Usually it's a lot easier, obviously, in the summer when we have more cap space to work with, more assets after the draft free agency. So we'll see if we can make this happen. So here you guys the offer I'm making Minnesota for Zucker. Solid winger, obviously, 82 overall. Now he is going to be a free agent, so hopefully we can get him to re-sign. Offering them Petrovic. He's our 7th defenseman now. He's going to be making just under $2 million. Might as well clear that cap, along with Heponiemi, who a lot better in real life than in this game. I actually upgraded him. I think they had him at like a low top 9 or something, so upgrade him to low top 6, but he's still low 60. By the time he's good enough to make the team, it's probably after 2020, so might as well move on from him. If he gets a Zucker too, I think that's a nice trade, so hopefully they say yes to this. Trade rejected. I thought that was more than a fair deal. Okay, let's see if we can make something happen here. They want the Dallas Stars 2018 5th, so let's do that and then take back like a 7th. They don't have one, so we'll have to do a 6th. We still have 4 picks in this year's draft. The Hoffman trade really made it tough with the minimum 4 draft picks, but maybe just moving up to 1 round here makes them say yes. And it does. Okay, there we go. I think done for the deadline. That's 4 trades. Teams should be pretty good. Better now and in the future. So after the trade deadline, here's an updated look at the team. Huberdeau, Barkov, Dadonov, still the first line. I think Huberdeau's gone up by 1. I want to say it was an 86. Same with Barkov. I feel like he was an 88, now an 89. I forget. I definitely should have made like a mental note of that. Second line there, we now have Zucker instead of Williams. Third line's Rabada, Bukestad, and Williams. So a couple of veterans there with Bukestad in the middle. Vetrano, Brickley, and Sevior is the fourth line. Defense here, I have Matheson on the top here with Ekblad. Hopefully he grows. He actually is extended for like just under $5 million after this season. So at an 81 overall, that's way overpriced. But if he can get to an 82 or 83, it's not too bad. Moore and Pishik on the second pair with Edmondson, Mikoshin on the bottom. Goalies obviously haven't changed. So we'll run with this team, see if they can make that playoff push. And if they do, obviously anything can happen. Also, guys, the team status is now contenders. So hopefully that's a good sign. We're not at the end of the regular season here. It's going to be close. 42, 34, and 6. That's a 90-point season. AHL team probably in the playoffs. 90 points is right around like, wild card / missing. So we'll see. And we do make it. Okay, I've seen like a ton of teams there that weren't us. 90 points. We actually, made it by 1 win. Rangers there at 88. That was really close. Barkov here, 68 points. So pretty solid season for him. I think I have seen him do even better though. Like 1 year, him and Huberdeau were both in the mid 80s. Obviously, maybe that'll happen next season. Dadonov 61, Huberdeau at 59. Bukestad 54 as a third line center, very, very good. Trocheck 53, so obviously have some solid center depth. Williams there pushing 50, same with Hoffman. Ekblad 38 is not too bad. He's actually grown as well. I believe he was an 85 to start the year, he's already an 87. Verbata there didn't do too bad. Zucker's only got 22. That's pretty rough. Maybe we shouldn't have given up Heponiemi for him, but I guess we'll see. Maybe he's like a playoff player. Luongo played 70 games as a 39-year-old. 86 endurance. Geez, yeah, we need to get rid of Reimer. Like, his contract is so bad. I honestly might buy it out if I can't trade it away. Solid record from him. 8 shutouts on the year. .918 save percentage. 2.41 goals against. Cannot complain. And Tarasenko here led the league in points. 96. Actually tied with Stamkos. Kucherov 1 behind. Ovechkin there. Maurice Richard, as always. 57 goals. What's he? Yeah, his shot there is insane. Like 95, 95, 94, 94. I don't think anyone's even that close. Like Stamkos. Yeah, Tarasenko. I think he's definitely got the best shot in the game. So explains why he's always winning the Maurice Richard. And I just want to check out and see where we finished in the league. Wondering if like any Western teams did better than us and missed the playoffs. It's kind of funny when that happens. Chicago, or no, we're higher than them. I guess the top 16 teams all did make it, so that's pretty cool. It sucks when like a team that's 13th misses or whatever it was the 1 year. I think 11th was like Minnesota and they missed. And there they are, 30th. Detroit, last as always. Islanders, they're third last. I saw that they actually had Tavares on the block. Didn't want to make a trade for him as he's got a lot of value, and for a rental doesn't make sense, but him being on the block, there's a good chance, he might hit free agency. That'd be pretty crazy. All right, guys, so in the first round of the playoffs, we have the Florida rivalry here. Panthers versus Lightning. I feel like we already know what Tampa's team looks like. They didn't add any new players. If we can get by them, that'd be a huge upset. I don't see it happening, but you never know. All right, so lost the first 2 games in Tampa. We did force one to OT, force the next one to OT at home. Let's not get swept here, boys. I think we had to edit scout assignment. Did we win that 4th game? I honestly couldn't see because it was blurred. Scout the U.S. defenseman for a couple weeks. We did lose the 4th game. Wow, so we got swept. I mean, hopefully those players that are on expiring deals we can keep. Otherwise, it's definitely kind of shitty. And the draft results just came in, guys. Carolina here picking 1st overall. So look at Dahlin. Detroit, though, 2nd, so they can reunite the Svechnikov brothers. And then Colorado 3rd there via Ottawa. That's kind of funny. Detroit also gets the 7th pick with Vegas. Our AHL team, by the way, finished in the Eastern Conference Final. They lost to the Marlies. You retired players. I was wondering if maybe Luongo would retire, but he's still under contract for a few years, so he'll probably hold out. See, the Stanley Cup champion is here. And as you can see, the San Jose Sharks are your Stanley Cup champion. Kind of funny, too, because like we got Hoffman off of them. And I guess they still win even without him, and Bodker, too, who went to the Senators. Barkov there. 4 points in 4 games, unfortunately. We got swept. I'm still kind of salty about that. So we'll take a quick look here at the playoff tree to see who the Sharks had to beat. Swept the Kings, then the Flames. Wow. 7-game series, though, with the Blues. And they went 7 games in all their series. So that's kind of... Sharks were well rested. The Blues, I mean, they played 14 games in the same amount of time the Sharks played 8. And then they actually played the Maple Leafs there in the Stanley Cup Final and win in 6. I'm wondering, did the Marlies also make it to the final and lose? And they did, too. Wow, that's a rough year for Toronto. 2 finals and 2 losses. We'll take a look at the awards here as well. So President's Trophy, is the Lightning. Let's see, player awards here. Tarasenko with the Art Ross. Scheifele with the Hart, though. Burns, James Norris. Lady Bing, Tarasenko. Calder to Besser. Jones, Conn Smythe. Holtby with the Vezina. Rene with the William Jennings. Cronwell actually got the Bill Masterson. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Taves with the Selke. Scheifele, Ted Lindsay. And then Ovi there, Maurice Richard. Quick look at the AHL. I don't think... Is Repick on our team? Why does this guy look familiar to me? Most points. No, our McCann led in points. He only had like 45. So, Comrie there with a couple. Did we trade Repick away? Like, I'm wondering why this guy looks so familiar. All right, guys, we're now at the draft. Curious where we're picking. Okay, we're picking 16, so that's not too bad. It does kind of suck. We're picking too low to get one of the best players. We have to pick in the top 10, so we could try and trade for 10. Get one of the medium elites, or we could just trade back. Try and take Merkley with like a late 1st round pick. And maybe pick up a 2nd or something like that. I forgot to mention, too, I actually did boost Kokoniemi to a medium elite, along with a couple guys in 2019. Kirby Dotch, I think, was one, and Peyton Krebs was the other, as just to make 2019 drafting a bit better, along with, obviously, Caulfield's rating we boosted a bit. And also boosted Krebs' rating, as he was still, in the 50s, where the rest were in the 70s. So now just, hopefully, 2019 draft's better. So we'll try and make a trade here with one of these 9, 10, 11 teams if somebody has their pick on the block. If not, I think we'll just trade back. All right, guys, we're now trying to make a trade with Philadelphia, offering them the 16th pick, McCann and Zucker, for the 11th pick, Morin and Brennan. So Morin's a solid defenseman. He's on contract for like $700K for the next 3 years. McCann, I mean, if he gets us the upgrade, one of the better players, it's worth it. Zucker dropped down to an 80, so I don't even mind losing him if he helps us make this trade happen. We'll see what they say. Trade accepted. Wow, I thought the value might have been a little bit on their side, but I guess because the two things we're asking for they didn't want. That's huge. Also, one pretty big dilemma here. Like, Florida's contracts are so bad. We know about the Reimer deal. We traded away Yandel already, along with like McGinn. So where is he? I can't even find him. Matheson. Look at his value now. 24 years old, 79 overall. He dropped by 2, and he's getting extended, like I was saying, just under $5 million. I held on to him. His value was equal to Mikoshin. I thought 81 overall. If he gets to an 82 or 83, I mean, the value there is, the contract, sorry, is not too bad at all, but 79, and now, like, his value is so low. We get nothing for trading him, so I honestly thought about trading him. I wish I would have. Hopefully, he can bounce back over the summer, as I feel like there's just no point to trade him right now at the lowest value. Like, that's kind of like a Shirelli move, I guess you'd call it. And I just got an interesting offer from Detroit. They want to give us Zetterberg from a caution. Zetterberg obviously is getting up there in age, though. So let's see here. 37 years old, 85 overall still. Roll there, second line forward, 80 faceoffs. I mean, put him at center. You move Trocheck to the wing, I guess. Not too bad of a move. McCaution here, 22 years old. He's 77, so he's dropped as well, but he's got medium top 4. It's kind of like a weird player there. I feel like I could use him in a trade, though, for somebody that's better than Zetterberg. There's a chance Zetterberg starts regressing, so I'm just going to play it safe, say no for now. And here's a look at the top picks, guys. Dahlin there, of course, first overall. Detroit does take Svechnikov at second. I was hoping they wouldn't take it. Chuck, he went third. Hughes 4, Zadina 5th. Kokaniemi 6th. As you can see, now medium elite. Plus, I boosted him up from a 69 to a 70. Wallstrom there 7. Volino 8. Bouchard 9. Bachfist 10. Okay, I'm wondering, I don't know if there's actually any medium elites left, but Noah Dobson for sure is still left, so I mean, I think that's still worth it. He's going to have a ton of value. Krasov as well. I forgot about him. He's got high top 6, so we could take him or Dobson. I don't really know. I think our defense, like, we have a lot of good young defensemen. Krasov's a 69 of the draft as well, where Dobson's like a 66, so maybe Krasov can make the NHL team. Oh, this is a tough one. I really don't know. Do we take Dobson or do we take Krasov? I've taken Dobson before, so let's mix it up here. Take Krasov. Hopefully, he's good for us. Our next pick here, pick number 4 in the second round. Really hoping Ryan Merkley's still available. That'd be a solid pick here. If not, might just take like one of the goalies, Rodriguez or somebody. No, Merkley is still there. That's awesome. So we'll do that for sure. Also, too, I forgot to mention, when I did like my recent video on Boston or whatever, I just kind of simmed through the draft, and the assistant GM somehow found like a medium elite goalie in the 4th round. So I'm hoping we can do that here in one of the later rounds. 6th round, as it turns out. I think everybody just went to the Ducks as well, so some crazy stuff happening here. I don't think I've ever gotten a medium elite goalie, or maybe once, but like it's so rare. Let's try and sort by potential here. Maybe our scouts have found a diamond in the rough. Alright, so I'm kind of feeling this Ladipov dude just because of the flag. I don't really know many goalies or players from there. I'm thinking I'll probably take a goalie with the next pick and hope for the best. Let's see what this guy's about. Low elite, there we go, I knew it. Like, such a random country. For him to be in the draft, he's got to be good. And look at this, guys. We actually have the last pick in the draft. I mean, I think Patrick Hornqvist got taken with the last pick in the draft. Spencer Watson recently got taken the last pick. There's some good players that have gone with the last pick. So I said I wanted a goalie. So let's just go and see what's available for that. Completely unknown apparently, or maybe sort by potential. Okay, there we go. Do we go with this dude? Just because I don't even know how to pronounce that letter. I remember learning, I think it's double S. Is that Gassner? Low AHL starter. Please be better. AHL starter. Okay, I mean, for the last pick in the draft, not terrible. Alright, guys, we're at the re-sign phase here. As you can see, we have $9.5 million in cap space. Really no players to re-sign either, so should be good in that regard. Also, just notice Barkov has to have one of the best contracts in the league. 90 overall center, making just under $6 million. Like, that is a steal. So, at center, all 4 are locked up, even like the depth guys. Masherin here is a UFA, so obviously we'll extend him, keep him around, just probably to trade. Left wings, Brickley, probably be a good 4th line left winger, 79. I think 1.5 should get the deal done. He's 26, so he's probably going to be stuck at a 79, but that's fine for the 4th line. But Toronto there, 78, will be the other guy. Right wingers here, Verbata doesn't want to resign. I don't even know if I want him. 2 million, yeah. Maybe he doesn't want to come back. Doesn't want to come back. You can find somebody else in free agency. Krasov, I'll give a deal to. Obviously, our first round pick. Probably be playing the AHL. Defense here. So John Moore does not want extended. We need to extend him. He's our second best defenseman right now. Really don't even have an option. 4.3, so I'll offer 4.5. Chances are I'll say no. Might have to actually sign him in free agency, where I probably could get a deal. Edmondson want to lock up as well. 3 years, 2.5. Doesn't get any cheaper. Could do 1 year for 1.5 and see how he does. As honestly, this might be better. Give us a bit more flexibility here in free agency. Weidman we got back in the Dallas deal, obviously letting him go. And then Merkley I'll probably leave unsigned for now. Just really no reason to put a contract on him yet, as he's 67 overall. As you can see there, like Matheson dropped 2, McCoshen dropped 1 or 2. Morin though at least 75 on a sick deal. We need him to grow. Hopefully these two can bounce back over the summer. Otherwise, the defense is looking rough. Also, guys, almost forgot about the goalies. Luongo's actually an 87 now. That is sick. I think he was 85 or 86. Reimer here making 3.4 for the next 3 years. So I was actually thinking about it. I think I'm going to buy him out. He's making 3.4. The buyout costs 1.1 for 6 years. You can usually get an 81 for around 1.5. So that's 2.6 million total. So saving almost $1 million and getting a better goalie. I think it just makes sense. So we'll do that there. Give us, more options again. We'll release Harry Sateri. Looks like we'll have to sign a new AHL starter. So I'm actually kind of surprised by this. John Moore accepted our offer. Usually when they don't want an extension, even if you give them an extra couple hundred K, they say no. So that's a really good sign. And we're not the free agency period. The one player we actually weren't able to re-sign was Brickley. I offered him like what he asked for, but he wanted to test free agency. He was like a 79 winger. I didn't really feel like overpaying. Look at that. John Tavares did make free agency. Okay, so we have to make a move on him. Wants just under 8 million. I'll honestly make a trade, try and get him for like 10. That's a game changer. That's a guy that can win us a Stanley Cup, and he doesn't always become available in free agency, so we got to go for it. Neal and Perron both available as usual. Same with Stastny, Vanek, Daniel Sedin, but not Henrik Sedin's kind of funny. Montour, we really need help on D. Maybe we can make a trade with Anaheim. Verana as well. I don't even know if we have the picks though to if we wanted to just kind of sign those guys as RFAs. Schuster, Cameroon. Let's see here. Did I say Cameroon? I looked at Camilleri and Maroon at the same time. Laner there. So like I was saying, for backup, yeah, 81 overall. We can get a couple guys there right around 1.5 million. We're still saving money after buying out Reimer. So we're going to make some trades, try and clear some cap space, and then hope for the best here with free agency. Like, if we can get Tavares, that is huge. All right, guys, so right now I'm trying to make a trade with Arizona, offering them Matheson and CVR for 2 third-round picks. CVR, I didn't even realize, also got extended on a really bad deal. 1.2 million. He's only 76. Granted, he was a 78, which, like, 1.2 million for 78 is not too bad, but it's 76. That's AHL, and it's costing us in the summer as it's going against the cap. And then Matheson, I said I wanted to hold on to, but he's basically the guy that's expendable here to shed some salary and try and sign Tavares. So we just got to make a move here. Arizona wants both. They have a ton of cap space. Trying to get back a couple thirds. I'll take back less and just overpay, hopefully, everybody for Tavares. We'll see what they say. So they reject that. Let's see here. Pittsburgh's going to be a higher third. Let's see if they give us Calgary's third and then, like, I don't know, give us a 4th-round pick. I feel like that's a steal. They still say no. Give us a 3rd-round pick, please. Oh my gosh. Are we going to have to pay them to take these guys? Like, Matheson just screwed me. Like, he was at 81 overall in an entry-level deal, had a good amount of value. I trusted in him, and then he just shit the bed. Like, I can't believe how bad he did. Or, I don't even think he did that bad, but he just dropped. Oh my god. We'll try getting like a 7th-round pick back. This is insane if they don't say yes. Oh my god. Alright, guys, so right now I'm going to try and trade away Justin Williams. Really don't want to, but we need to take a swing at Tavares. Like, we just have to. And he's 36 years old, so there's a chance he starts regressing. A lot of times, at the beginning of the summer, they're fine, and as the summer goes on, they get worse. So there's a chance this could actually be really good for us. CVR, I already said, his contract's terrible. So asking for a 2nd and a 4th, both their picks on the block, it makes the value pretty much perfectly even. Already made a trade Flyers, so we have some good, repertoire. We'll see what they say. Trade accepted. Okay, so there we go. Hopefully now Tavares signs with us. Also, hopefully, Matheson can bounce back, because his contract is just going to kill us. And as you can see there, we're going to have 11 million in cap space. Tavares is asking for 8, so I'm thinking, like, how much do we want to overpay him? We could pay him everything we have. Of course, look at that. Toronto and New York Islanders are 2 interested teams. That's kind of funny. Imagine Toronto actually gets him. So, real life it took 11. In the game, though, he's only asking for 8. 7 years is fine. I feel like if we overpay by $1 million, is anyone else going to overpay by $1 million? And of the interested teams, can they afford to? Like, Arizona could definitely afford to sign him. I don't know why they don't ever. $9 million is an extra mil. Still gives us $2 million to work with. Sign a backup goalie. And then maybe there's enough money in there to sign one more player. Like, I don't know. Let's go 9.5 because I think we're just going to have an extra $500K anyway. And if it gets us Tavares, obviously it's worth it. So we'll wait on all the other guys there for now. Might try and make a trade, though, for Montour and Verana. In terms of backup goalie, price, and rating, Bernier is pretty solid. Same though as Hutchinson and Khudobin. I'm just going to go with Hutchinson, I think, 20 years old. Give him 1.6 there for 1 year. And like I was saying, we still need an AHL starter. I think I'll just go with Hallinan, 1963. If he gets playtime, it could be good. We'll also check other two-way skaters here, see if there's anyone with potential. Samuelson, I totally forgot to sign beginning of last season. Probably good, though, because I don't think I actually had any roster spots at the beginning. Asplund, I don't know whose team he's on, but they always let him go. Same with From. Like I was saying, Mashrin's usually in this list, but he's on our team, so we got him. Gonna sign all these guys as really good trade pieces. I mean, it's up to the teams, I think, to sign them. If they don't, it's just they're missing out, I guess. We're gonna have to take advantage here. Sumala, I think we have enough empty roster spots. We can do that. Sokolov, I think we could even still sign. Let's try that. Murphy, Davidson, are any of these guys? Hetherington, 23.75. Honestly, our D's bad enough shape. Don't mind throwing a flyer on him. Or he actually is under contract, so they probably match. Anyone else here? Oh yeah, a couple medium top 6 Ds. I think we have like 10 roster spots, so should be able to sign all these guys. Alright, so there we go. Sumala accepts our offer. Same with Asplund. There we go. So far, so good. Obviously, we're waiting to hear back from Tavares. That's the main piece that we're worried about. Offered him a little over like $1.5 million extra. I'm hoping that was enough, because if it is, oh my gosh, Barkov and him as the 1-2. Bukes as a third. There we go. Hutchinson said yes. Hetherington as of now. Samuelson, Sokolov. Okay, still no word from Tavares. He's weighing his options here. Does he want to play in Florida? I mean, we have awesome taxes, right? He'll make more playing in Florida than he would in Toronto or even New York. Rejects our offer. Not offered the dollars. We offered him an extra $1.5 million. Stays in Long Island. Okay, so we now have tons of money, and I bet you most of the free agents are gone. Okay, Verana's still there, so we could. I don't know. I'm wondering if we have the assets to make Verana happen. That really screws us. That honestly sucks. Okay. Verana would be a huge piece. What does this cost? We don't even have the, so we'd have to trade for him. But I mean, we could do that. Same goes for Montour, and then we have the cap space to keep both of them. Maybe it's better we get, you know, depth and stuff. Looking at everything here, just wondering if there's maybe a. Oh wow, Morrissey as well. Okay, we have to go after like all three of those guys: Morrissey, Montour, and Verana. If we can bring them in, that'd be huge. Jokinen, $1 million for 78. It's not terrible at all, really. Can bury him too if he says no. We'll offer him 900K. Just like kind of looking at it there, you can see he's just like way cheaper than everybody else. Schmaltz is also available. He usually gets pretty good. We'd have to wait till the end of the summer though. There's also some better guys available. Christopher Sieg's also available, another veteran. Honestly, our fourth line needs help, so gonna give him like 900K here. See if he says yes. Worst case, bury him. Doesn't count as anything for us. Alright guys, so right now I'm trying to make a trade with Washington for Verana. They actually want McCoshin here, who dropped in overall. He's 77, but medium top 40 potential is pretty solid. Looks to be about the exact same value. They want him. Verana's on the block. I think they say yes, and they do. Okay, I think that's a steal. Also, obviously, I want to try and get either Morrissey or Montour. Now, we actually can only make 2 more trades, so basically can only make one of these trades. Morrissey's 23 and 79, so he's actually dropped 2 overall, kind of like our defenseman. And then Montour here is 24 and 81, so he's still an 81. Looks to be about the exact same amount of value, so I'll probably go for Montour then, just because I don't really want to risk another defenseman who had a bad year last year. Like, I already have that in Matheson. Montour, we could probably get, honestly, for like one of the guys we signed. I know people probably aren't going to like this, but we've had some bad luck so far. Other teams can offer on these guys, and then And they don't. You know, they're dumb GMs, I guess. So we'll go Normie and Cedarholm there. Together, it's about the same. If we get this, that's sick. There we go. So, I mean, bad cap management by Anaheim. They have to move Montour, and we give them a couple of guys we just signed for free. So, worked out well. We can only make one trade now at the deadline, so done until then. And hopefully, if we are in a playoff spot, can make that one trade count. And right now, guys, we're going to try and sign both Montour and Vrana, just in case some team tries to, like, sneak in and take them. So, Montour is actually quite cheaper at 1 year, 2.5. And we'll have even more cap space next year. So I think we do this with Montour. Again, just to give us flexibility, why not? Then Vrana here, $4 million for 3 years or 3 for 1. Let's see if he goes like 3.5 here for 1. I just realized I could have offered Montour less than 2.5. I gave him exactly what he wanted. Hopefully they'll both say yes. Also, guys, I realized after signing Vrana and Montour, I'll still have a bit of money left. So I can try and sign Maroon here. I noticed 8 teams are interested, so it'll be tough to keep him, or I guess sign him. I'll give him 3.5. I think that's about how much we have, so who knows, maybe he says yes and just adds a ton of depth to the team. And I'm actually pretty surprised by this. Maroon accepted our offer. I only gave him an extra couple $100K. I figured with 8 teams he would have said no. Still waiting to hear back though from Montour and Vrana. Obviously too, if they say no, we can just wait out the summer and risk it, and hopefully like no one makes them a qualifying offer, and then we can sign them for cheaper once the season's about to start, as they're going to be worried. Obviously they're not going to have a job for the year. So Montour accepted our offer though, that's awesome. Versteeg as well, forgot we like gave him that 900K offer. Desharnais rejected though. I thought we gave him a pretty fair one. Jokin rejected, roster's full. I think we don't really need him now with Maroon. Varane accepted as well, so there we go. I'll have to take a look at the depth chart, but we should be okay. Worst case, we can sign a free agent like beginning of the year. Actually, we'd have to make a trade, so no, the team we have is the team we have till the deadline. Alright guys, we're going to have to start next season. As you can see here, team status is still a contender. Honestly, this team's looking a lot better than I expected. I think better than last team. So, first line hasn't changed in terms of the players, but the ratings. Huberdeau's now at 89, Barkov at 91. I mean, these two are hopefully going to be like a dynamic duo. Dadonov even, I believe he was an 84, now he's an 85. Second line here, you got Vrana, Trocheck, and Hoffman. So I feel like the second line is even improved. Maroon, Bjugstad, and Kyrou there is the third line. I'm actually going to make Kyrou a right winger. Hopefully, you know, he's playing with some big bodies there. He can be like that skill. Fourth line there, Versteeg, Malgin, and Vetrano. So I feel like that's a solid forward group. Defense, I mean, Ekblad's turned into a true number 1 for us. He was 85 at the start of last year. Now he's an 89. I feel like he could even get to a 90 this season, which would be huge. And then the rest of the guys are just kind of depth options, obviously, 82s and 80s. Matheson has bounced back a bit. I'm hoping to play him on the second pair with Montour. Gets his confidence back. I don't know. Can just get him above the 80 mark. And then Piszczek here with Edmonton as the bottom pair, I feel is pretty decent. Luongo as well has actually kept his 87 rating. And then Hutchinson there, of course, is the backup. So pretty excited actually for this team. I feel like they're not too bad. In the AHL, there's actually some prospects to look forward to now as well. Krasov here actually have on the first line. Hoping he'll just tear it up. He is a 69. We got him playing with the best players. Some other guys in there like Samuelson, Asplund. Defensively, we have more on the top pair, so maybe he can grow. Other than that, not too much going on, but still definitely better than what we had last year. Just got off from Arizona. They want to give us Demers, a 4th and a 5th, for a 2nd, and Sokolov. Thing is, Demers is like an 82. We already have a lot of 82 defensemen. It really needs like an 84, 85 to play on the top pair with Ekblad. Making 4.6. I'd rather say no to this for now, even though it doesn't count as a trade, which is good. Also, as you guys can see there, we're actually 18, 12, and 2, so not doing too bad. Big win against Montreal there. We actually had a bunch of like huge games. We lost to Edmonton like 8-2 or something, or 8-0, and then we ended up beating them 9-1 the next time we played them like a week later. Just noticed we actually had like a pretty good win streak there. So hopefully this stays going into the deadline. Like I said, you can only make one trade, so gotta make sure it's a big one. And we're not at the deadline here, guys. Loving how this team is playing. 39, 20, and 3 record right now. Did not expect this, honestly. I didn't think the team was this good, so happily surprised, that's for sure. Only second though in the division, Tampa Bay. They're so sick. 89 points at the deadline. Like, they could probably win 3 games, maybe even not win a game after the deadline and still make the playoffs. Barkov there, a leading scorer with 53 points. So, like I was saying, I already said this a couple times, can only make one trade. Gotta make it a good one. Definitely going to try and add a big piece here, as we're going to have to play Tampa most likely within the first or second round. We got to get by them to win the Cup. So, going to try and stack up here with one trade and hope it's the right one. Alright guys, so for our one trade this deadline, trying to get Marc-Edouard Vlasic. I was saying how we need a better left-handed defenseman to play on that top pair with Ekblad. He kind of fits the bill perfectly. He's on the block by San Jose. Ladipov here, low elite. We got in the 6th round of this draft. Lucked out. Might as well turn him into something. Matheson here, still an 80, so his value is a little higher, and obviously you need to trade him for like the contract purposes, only adding like 1.8 million. So we still should be good for next year. And then the 2019 first round pick they want. Hopefully it gets the trade to go through. I think it's a pretty good deal for them with not Matheson, Vlasic on the block. The value is about equal. Let's see what they say. Trade rejected. I want to see surprise. I thought like that was pretty fair. Or you know what? Instead of Matheson, I'll add Edmondson, as he won't be playing anyway, so he'll probably drop in rating. That looks to be more than fair. I feel like San Jose should say yes to this. Trade rejected. Are you kidding me? I feel like we give them like such a good deal. Stillman here, low 7th D. They want him. Push this trade through. Oh my god. Okay, let's add like. I had a 7th round pick before. It actually was like the difference maker. Let's try a 6th though. A little bit extra. They are playing such hardball here with Edward Vlasic. Come on. Alright guys, so I'm going to try adding a 4th round pick here as they're playing hardball. Even Evanston didn't get it done. Here we go. Trade accepted. Finally. I feel like that's honestly a huge trade though. Like we have a solid top pair now. We still have good depth. Hopefully it's enough to win the Stanley Cup. So after making that trade for Edward Vlasic, our team status is now champion. So excited about that. Hopefully, you know, it will come true. First line here, I don't think the ratings have changed. Second line, same thing. Third line, though, Kyrie's now an 81. Fourth line, I believe, is also the same. Defense looks a lot more solid now with Edward Vlasic in the mix. 282s on the second pair, and then 80-82 on the third pair. Luongo, though, did go down from an 87 to an 86. I mean, for 39 years old, I respect it. Like, the dude's hanging in there. So, this team looks like a team that can win the Stanley Cup if everything goes right. Let's see what happens. We're not done the season here with a record of 47, 27, and 8. So, I think that's... what's 94, 102 points. AHL team also there, almost hit 50 wins. Pretty much identical records, really. So, should be in a playoff spot, I think, unless we had the best division ever. No, yeah, 102 points, good for second place. Tampa Bay, 117. They're just on another level. Montreal, Buffalo there, the 2 wildcards in our division. Toronto, actually, finishing last place. That's kind of crazy. So, they made it to the Stanley Cup final last year, and this year, last in the division. So Barkov there, 72 points. I mean, he's a beast. Huberdeau, 65. Danilov, 62. That whole first line. Trocheck, pretty solid. Same with Ekblad, almost 60 points as a D-man. Hoffman, Kyrou over 50, 52 points. Playing third line right wing. That is sick. 8 goals, 44 assists. I think he's also on like the second line power play unit. His stats are crazy too. Like 81, 98 deking. His speed there is 95. And he's got like 93 offensive awareness. Really kind of like all offense, I guess, on him. That's why I really like him in this game. Veranda there, just under 50. Bukestad, so even Maroon there, 30 points. Same for Stieg on the 4th lines. Pretty happy actually how this team did. Like I said, they really surprised me. Luongo still played 66 games. 0.92 save percentage, 2.46 goals against. Hutchinson actually had better goals against, basically equal save percentage. Pretty good stats too for him, so looks like he was a solid backup. I'm happy with buying out Reimer. Saved money, got a better backup. Take a look here. I didn't actually mean to look at AHL, but Krasov, 70 points. Good year for him. I'm glad I did now. Mammon here, 68. Sokolov, 57. Okay, so first line AHL was sick. I was actually trying to look at the entire league. If I had to bet money, I'm guessing probably Patrick Kane. And Ovechkin, 105 points, 67 goals. You kidding me? Tavares there, 99. Stays with the Islanders. Backstrom, Wheeler. Okay, so... most of the usual faces. Kane there, 88. And just going to quickly check where we finished the entire league. Over 100 points. We should be like top 5. Where are we? We're 3rd place. Okay, yes, that's really good. The 2 Florida teams there, 1st and 3rd place. That's kind of crazy. Vancouver, 13th in the league, and they missed the playoffs. You hate to see that. Let's see. Who finished last place here? And Colorado, back to last in the league. That sucks. Alright, guys, so in the first round of the playoffs, we're matched up with the Montreal Canadiens. Obviously, just did that Bergevin video on them. Pacioretty and Duran, both 88s now on that first line with Gallagher. I guess they made a trade for Zuccarello. Have him with Deneau and Domi. Third line, Armia, Houdon, and Bodker. So they made a trade with Ottawa as well. I feel like he has a bad contract. I don't know why you do that. Byron, Shaw, and Reichel on the 4th line. So honestly, pretty good forward depth here after 1 year. Bergevin made some decent trades. Still, though, Duran's really not a center there, playing first line for them. Then after that, just all 80s. Defense here, they also made a trade for Jarmelson. Schuster, they looked like they signed. So Montreal used their cap space, made some trades. They're going all out. And of course, their Price is their starter. Mason backing them up. Alright, so pretty interesting moves there. Honestly, though, I like our team better, aside from Price. So I feel like we have a shot. All right, so here we go. Sim in the first round. Hopefully, can get by Montreal. Win the first one. And the second. There we go. Can we win in the Montreal, though? That's the, 3-0 loss. Do a quick scout. Here we go. Game number 4. It's a crucial one. There we go. Beat them in 5 games. Honestly, I thought they would push us to 6 or 7, and there we go. Tampa Bay Lightning, second round of the playoffs. Their team has not changed. It's stacked. They don't need to add anything. Whoever they played, they swept. Oh, no. This is going to be... All right, here we go. Florida rivalry. We have to get by Tampa eventually. Maybe this is the year. OT win, a loss. I mean, at least we got one in Tampa. Scout again. So here we go. Game 3 is a loss. Game 4, we need to tie it up. OT loss, OT loss. Is that it? That is it. So Tampa Bay again just puts us out. Last year, or the first year, they swept us. Second year, beat us in, what was that? Was that just 5 games? Yeah, 5 games in the second round. It sucks like we're stuck having to play them. But we did get by them, like with Detroit. We got by them with Boston. I'm trying to think. Buffalo. I don't know if we actually won the Cup with Buffalo, but Tampa Bay is obviously always the toughest team in the game. And then when you're in the Atlantic Division, you got to face them even earlier on. So hopefully next year will be our year. I feel like we're still going to have a ton of growth. Not too many like contract expiring, so we could probably still add. Big question, I guess, is if Luongo can stay around in 86. If not, it's really going to hurt us. Look at this, guys. This is ridiculous. Carolina, back-to-back draft lottery winners. I don't think they finished last either of the years. I don't even think they were bottom 3 either of the years. And so now they have Dahlin and Jack Hughes. That's just unfair. Toronto there gets second pick, though. So I guess they get Byram, unless there's probably... It's always in 2019. There's like pretty sick created players that are like 80 overall right out of the draft, elite potential. Sometimes I think there was even a... Was there a franchise? No, I don't think there was ever a franchise, but there's been like 82s with elite potential. So here we go. AHL team did not win the Calder either. It was actually the Marlies. They got back there and won it. And the Stanley Cup champions there, Columbus Blue Jackets. Kyrou led us in the playoffs, though, 8 points. I'm excited for him. Looks like he's just a playmaking machine. 1 goal, 7 assists. So we'll take a look here at the playoff tree. Columbus there swept Nashville, actually, in the Stanley Cup final. They beat Tampa Bay in 6 in the Eastern Conference final. Nashville there, Winnipeg, Chicago, and then Calgary. Take a look at the awards, of course. So we already know all the team awards, player awards here. Ovi with the Art Ross and the Hart. James Norris went to Yossi. Lady Bang to Kane. Calder to Hosang. Bobrovsky there, Conn Smythe. Vezina went to Vasilevsky. Bobrovsky also got the William Jennings. Bowie there, Masterson, Bergeron, Selke, Ovi, Ted Lindsay, and the Maurice Shards. Ovi, he cleaned up this year. AHL awards, like I said, the Marlies won the Calder Cup. I'm just wondering if our team, I thought we might have won the division or something, but apparently not. Josh Levo there, most points, MVP. Forsback Carlson, most goals. He always gets pretty good, people are saying. Krasov, though, got outstanding rookie. I mean, he had 70 points his rookie year. Not too bad at all, playing on the first line. Obviously, he's pretty good out of the draft and has some good players to play with. Corey Conacher there. All right, so it does suck. 2 years in a row, Tampa Bay's taking us out, but I'm optimistic for the 3rd year. I feel like we have a solid core. I don't think we're really losing anybody. Maybe we can even just add a couple small pieces, take advantage of like teams that don't have cap space with like their RFAs or whatever. So we'll see what happens here with the draft, free agency, and hope for the best in year 3. So Arizona just offered me a 4th and a 6th for our 4th round pick. They want to move up 11 spots, give us a free 6th round pick. I feel like why not? Just gives us another chance to get a good player. So we're pick number 7 here, 2nd round. I just want to take a quick look at the beginning. So Jack Hughes, yeah, 1st overall, then Byram, Cousins, Kakko, Dotch. Like I was saying, I boosted to medium elite. I think I made his rating also slightly higher. I believe it was 72 before. Pajot here, so that's a made-up player. 77 of the draft, medium elite. And then right there's Krebs. He's a 72 though now, medium elite. Selleck, that's another created player. Caulfield there at 9. Gardner also created. So, like, I made it so it's a good draft if there's no created players, or sometimes there just aren't. Then when they add them in, like, this 2019 draft is even better. So, hopefully here we can find a good player in the 2nd round. Obviously, I don't really know any of the players in the 2nd round. I really only know the top 10 or so in 2019. It's 2018 draft. Pretty much know all the good guys. Ryan Suzuki, though, wow, he's still available. I know he's medium top 6. It says high elite. I know he's not. I feel like for a beginning of the 2nd round, that's honestly a fine pick. So let's go with that. As you can see there, yeah, 54 overall, medium top 6. We'll take it. And our next pick here is pick number 18, the 4th. Williams just got taken, low top 6. I actually knew about him. Sucks he went 1 before us, but hopefully here we can find some steals. I think we're going to have I don't even know, like 3 6th-round picks or something stupid. Xavier Parent, he's also low top 6, I believe, so I'm going to take him. Just so happened he was like the next on the list. That worked out well. Just got another trade offer. This one's from Ottawa. I want to give us a 6th and a 7th for a 5th. Again, I really don't know the players. I'm going to say yes, just keep adding late picks and just basically give us more and more shots to try and find like that medium elite goalie late in the draft. Obviously, we get that huge trade piece. And if not, I mean, we're still fine just taking whoever. Lazarev, exact top 9. Even if it's low top 9, I feel like it's a fine pick there. Take like a bigger swing with one of the next picks where we could get an AHL. Might as well take a known commodity in the low top 9. Also wondering too if there's any like decent goalies available. Don't see any right now on this top page. Bottom 6 is okay. Goldman, low bottom 6. Baines there, high. I know he's not going to be top 6. Let's see what he is though. Low top 9, so could have been worse. 3rd pick now in the 6th round. So far, not great, but also not terrible. Pretty decent, really. Tikhonov, I've been looking for a goalie. Medium backup's what they're saying. Kapitanov or whatever, this Russian guy, he could be good too. Same with Kennis. Okay, let's just go with the goalie though. Hope for the best. From Belarus, medium backup. Unfortunately, no like time in the rough there. The next pick now is pick number 25 in the 7th. I thought I already had a 7th, so I'm not sure if this is our last pick or if we have like a pick after this. There's only like 6 remaining. Strondella, medium bottom 6. Carson, low bottom 6, there's a chance he's better. Let's go with Carson. Of course, he's medium AHL. Is that the last pick? No, we do have one more pick. Okay, so I hate getting AHL players. They're pretty much worthless. At least if they're like a medium bottom 6, they could become something, and they have a decent amount of value because of that. Strondella's still here. Let's give him a shot. And he's also AHL potential. So overall, not too bad of a draft, but definitely could have been better. And now the resign phase here, guys. As you can see, we have $5.6 million in cap space. So not too much, but basically our entire team is locked up. So really nothing to worry about in that regard. So we'll look at centers here. Yeah, the top 4. I guess Malgin doesn't need a new deal. 1.2 for 2 years. Seems pretty fair. Let's see if he'll go like, give us a bit of a deal. Just under 1.1. Howard here is just an AHL guy. So yeah, good thing he didn't ask for more than that. Sumla here, he's not terrible. Actually, 25 and 66, that's kind of actually terrible. He's not even a 70, and he's almost done growing. Left wings with Toronto, 4th liner, 1.7, kind of expensive. I'm just going to qualify for now. This guy here, he could honestly pass him. He had a really good AHL season, 800K. We get him for 2 years, I'll do that, especially if he grows, makes that contract even better. Actually, we only have 1 more year left, but I'm just thinking about the future GM. Versteeg here was a solid 4th liner for us. Why not just keep him as the 4th liner? 900K, 78 overall. Can't complain about that. Samuelson as well, we'll keep around. Seem to do decent in the AHL. Defense here, so Montour needs a new deal. This is basically where we're going to spend all our money. He wants 4.3, so that's around what he wanted last year, I think. Or yeah, he wanted like 4. 1 year, 8 years, 5.6. Okay, so I'm wondering if we can get him for like 3.75, 3 years. I feel like that's pretty fair. Really don't want to go above 4. Merkley's a 72 now, so I don't know if he goes down to AHL, but if he does, he'll need a contract. Downing, 24 and 69. 22.68 sounds a lot better, especially for AHL potential. So I'll keep Schmidt or whatever. Let go of Downing. And I think that's it for the D. Oh, this guy I'm going to let go as well. Goalies. Luonko, 40 years old, still an 86. Love it. Hutchinson wants to come back. Love to have him back. He's actually willing to take a slight deduction, save 200K. So there we go. I think we can keep everybody, and we'll actually have about $1 million, maybe 2 to spend. But I mean, the core of this team is good. Basically, we're going to improve it via trade, as the cap space pretty much is non-existent. All right, guys. So everybody re-signed with us except for Versteeg. Gave him exactly what he asked for, $1 million. He said he's not content with the minutes, so I'm sure we can find another veteran who's like 78 for around that much money. Also, Montour had to go like an extra 200K to. Hutchinson like an extra 200K as well. Then Malgin was like an extra 100K. So pretty like insignificant, really. So we'll see what's on the free agency market now. We have barely any money though. 1.3 million. Panarin. Yeah, this is the year where a ton of good players are available. And of course, we got like no money. So Panarin, Duchesne, Kyle Connor. That's kind of crazy. Winnipeg just kind of priced themselves out, I guess. Zuccarello, Gardner. Some pretty nice names there. goalies here. Let's see. I'm just kind of curious. Jimmy Howard's the best one. Okay, he actually only wants 2.6 as an 84. That's a steal if whoever gets him. Obviously, we already have our goalies. Korpisalo, I thought that was a prospect at first for the medium elite, but Korpisalo as the backup, that's really intriguing. But actually, Columbus Loves is right, so wouldn't even work. Let's see though. Are there any really good goalies here? Sort by potential. So okay, there's actually not bad here. Scott 2068 with fringe starter. That's really good. The other guys are basically just worse versions of him. I already have two, so I don't even know if I can sign anymore. I will check skaters here as well. Maybe somebody sick. Salin, he always seems to be available. He must be on a team and they never resign him for whatever reason. This dude here, I don't even know his name, how to pronounce that. Sumla's 25, he's too old. Ikonen, like these dudes, I don't know why teams, or there are some teams that make offers, but I don't think they give the max offer, which no reason not to. Just free trade pieces right here if you get them. So everyone else think will just leave. So because we only have 1.3 million cap space, just gonna try and just make a minor signing here. Dauphin 1.025. I'll offer him like 1.1. No picks required. Hopefully Arizona doesn't match. If they do, probably gonna go for like Janmark here. Again, we just need like a 78 to put on the fourth line. We haven't lost anyone from last year, and I felt like the core was solid. And hopefully some young players step up. Like we still have Owen Tippett in the system. Same with Ryan Merkley. Both of them could like explode with potential over the summer. You never know. Obviously, I think we're gonna have to wait and see on trades too, because really there's a chance you don't have to make any over the summer, and I'd rather not make a trade for the sake of making a trade. So we'll see what happens, I guess, with the player growth. And that goalie we made an offer on, accepted. Same with a bunch of these other two-way guys. Salin though rejects. Wants a better mix of players. Goes with the Penguins. Just sounds like he probably wants to play with Crosby. That's fine though. Still have yet to hear from Dauphin. And as you can see here, he accepts our deal, but the Coyotes logo is behind him, so that means that they matched. So like I was saying, guys, I'm going to try and sign Janmark here now, since Dauphin rejected. Hopefully he says yes, replace for Stieg. So here, guys, look at the team going into this season. We got Huberdeau, Barkov, Dadonov, so that's our first line. Verana, Trocheck, and Hoffman on the second. Then we have Maroon, Bukestad, and Kyrou on the third. So Verana's now an 84, Kyrou's now an 83. Janmark, Maligan, Vetrano's the fourth line. Defense here, Edward Vlasic went down one, he's an 85. Ekblad, though, went up one, he's now a 90. Piszczek and Moore is the second pair still. Matheson and Montour on the third pair. Montour hasn't grown at all. I don't know why. I'm kind of pissed. Paid him 3.9. I mean, Matheson making 4.8. Also, he's an 81 now, so I'm probably going to trade him, as he should be tradable. Unlike before, he just wasn't. Luongo 84. That could hurt us. I don't know. We'll see how it goes beginning of the season. Also, Ryan Merkley's now a 79, so that's why I'm going to try to trade Matheson. Right now he's scratched because if I send him down, he goes to juniors, and usually he grows pretty well if you play him. So I'll try and trade Matheson, maybe even Montour. Probably just try and bring back, I don't know. We'll see what's out there, but definitely want to use Merkley, so might as well trade one of those guys, get some cap space, bring back another player, and then we'll start the season. All right, guys, we'll try and make a trade with Dallas right now, offering them Matheson and this Ikonen prospect for Faxa. Just help out our fourth line, clear some cap space, get Merkley in the lineup. We'll see what they say. Trade accepted. Okay, so wow, Matheson went from untradeable to actually proving to be like a decent piece. So after that trade, guys, here's an updated look at the team. Fourth line's now Vetrano, Faxa, and Janmark. Obviously, a bit of an upgrade there, and I feel like Merkley will grow, play on the bottom pair. His role is a top six. Also forgot to show you the AHL team. Definitely have a couple of pieces to look forward to there, Krasov and Tippett. So if they grow to like high 70s, we could just trade away more players, call them up. If not, obviously a couple big trade pieces there. We'll see what happens. Optimistic for this year. Hope for the best. All right, guys. So right now we're still in October. As you can see there, our record's 2-8. We started out 2-1, so that's feeling pretty good, and then just lost 7 straight games. I gotta make a trade. I'm thinking we have to trade Luongo and bring in a goalie, or just bring in a goalie. Luongo can be the backup. Clearly, I feel like that's got to be the reason. Team's pretty much the same as last year, other than that. So we'll see what goalies are out there on the trade block, or who kind of is decent with not too much value. All right, guys. So right now we're trying to make a trade with Winnipeg for Eric Comrie. We need an upgrade in goal. I'm thinking leave Luongo, get Comrie, who's also an 84, have like a tandem that should do better. They want Hutchinson. I'm offering them Suzuki. We just drafted. We got to give up something, though, and obviously 54 overall. He's not going to help us anytime soon. Hopefully Winnipeg says yes. Here we go. Trade rejected. I feel like we're giving them way too much as is, and they're saying no to that. Jeez, okay. If they can take on a goalie, we could actually give them Hallinan. He's like third string right now. Okay, let's try this. Still trades rejected. Are you kidding me? Like, he's their backup goalie. You wouldn't think they'd want that much for him. We'll add Gallant here. He's not bad. Come on. Trade accepted. There we go. So hopefully Comrie Luongo is a good tandem, because that's pretty much all that was out there unless we were trading for like a max value starting goaltender. Just got an interesting offer from the Islanders, guys. They want to give me Lee for Tippett and Baines. I don't know if I'll do this simply because I don't know how good Lee is. 84. Okay, he's actually pretty good. So is Owen Tippett, though. He's a 76 right now. That's not going to help us this year. Baines is just some prospect. Doesn't count towards our trades. Basically, after this, though, we have no cap space. I feel like I'm honestly going to edit this because we do have 3 moves left to still make. And I want to add, we could actually add a couple guys because we have Malgin scratch. This would basically make Vetrano scratch. So let's add Vetrano and Malgin. That way we just open up a bit of cap space for the deadline here. I think the trade still works. We're just giving them extra value, really. So let's take Baines back because maybe we can use him in a different trade. So we'll see if they say yes to this. I feel like we bring in a really good player. Like we'll have our top 9 is 83 plus throughout, which is insane. So we'll see what the Islanders say. Trade accepted. I like it. Also, we had a pretty good comeback here, as you can see now, 16-11 after starting 2-8. So not too bad. All right, guys. So after that trade for Lee, here's an update look at the team. I mean, look at this forward group. It is so stacked. Like our third line is Hoffman, Bukestad, and Kyrou. That's got to be better than like every other team's third line. Defense, Merkley's now an 80. And then in goal, of course, you got 2 84s. So I'm hoping that kind of works out to make up for not having like a true #1 elite goalie. We've bounced back from that terrible start. Hopefully, it can keep it going. Just got a pretty big trade offer, guys. The Flames want to give us Brody for Krasov. I mean, it would definitely help our defense. Could probably put him on the top pair with Ekblad, move Edward Vlasic down to the second pair. 86 overall. The thing is, like, Krasov is pretty sick. I'd rather, like, do this without having to give him up, just, you know, for realism purposes. But I'm going to keep it in mind, but for now I'm going to say no. Just got another trade offer from Calgary. Want to give me Hamonic for a 2nd and a 5th. It's not too bad of an offer. I would have to get some draft picks back because I would leave us with less than 4. Also, let's see here. So Merkley's an 83 now. Did not know that. That's 6. He's going to be on the second pair. So yeah, he's just a 1 overall upgrade on Montour. Really, it's not even worth it. We're not the trade deadline here, guys. Record of 34, 27, and 2. So we bounced back big time. I mean, 70 points at the deadline should be good for a playoff spot. Let's see. Yeah, we're second in the division. We're actually tied with Ottawa for first. Dadonov there, 46 points. So we can make 2 trades. Gonna see what's out there. Hopefully, this is the year we win the Stanley Cup. All right, guys. So we're now trying to get a huge trade with Anaheim. For some reason, they have Fowler on the block. 86 overall defenseman. Might as well, you know, try and make a trade for him. Offering Piszczek here. It's basically either him or Montour. Montour's younger. And then Piszczek actually has a bit more value because he's 1 overall higher. I've also got Morin here as I want him. Xavier Parent, decent prospect. This other guy, 2nd round pick. The value is about equal. It's a bit on their side, but because Fowler's on the block, maybe they say yes. Let's see what happens. Trade rejected. Okay, so that's about the best offer we can make without giving up Krasov, who I really don't want to. They also have Manson on the block, so I'm thinking I'll just make this trade happen for Manson. He's got a lot less value, but he's still 84 overall. Would really make our team solid, and as you can see there, we had like no draft picks left. So take out the 2nd. I think we could probably do Montour instead of Piszczek as well. Don't know if I want to though, because Montour could grow to an 82. Looks like we're still fine for cap space. So what if we do Piszczek, Morin, Parent? Looks like that's more than enough, honestly. What if we do that? That looks to be pretty fair. See what they say. Trade rejected. Okay, maybe I have to add Xavier Parent back. I'm going to take out this prospect because I feel like with just Parent being added and Morin as well, this should go through. There we go. So pretty solid trade. We can make 1 more. I'll look around, but I think I'm pretty happy with the team. So I was looking around, guys, and I couldn't find a trade that we could actually make happen. There was actually some big names on the block, though, like Taylor Hall, Pietrangelo. Unfortunately, they have like max trade value, or basically, so it would have cost us Huberdeau or somebody. Just didn't make sense. So here's an updated look at the team after the deadline. I noticed too, our chemistry is pretty insane. Like all 3 lines have a different player type at each position, which is pretty sick. Actually, never mind. As I say that, 2 power forwards right here. Let's go Lee then. And now it's true. So forward group obviously is still stacked. Defense there, just even more depth. I mean, it's a really solid team. It's going to be tough to get through. Hopefully one of these goalies gets hot in the playoffs. Hopefully we make the playoffs. Obviously got to keep playing well. And if we get in, anything can happen. So we're not at the end of the season here. It's going to be close. 42, 36, and 4. Could use a couple more OT losses. We have 88 points there. There was a streak. Yeah, was it right here? We lost, what was that? Five straight games. Only one was in a shootout. That's going to hurt us. AHL team's sick, but I'm just hoping we got a wild card spot. 88 points is like, you have a chance. Okay, we're in. We're third place in division. Okay, luckily our division sucked. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. Columbus and Pittsburgh missed with 96 and 95 points. That's just unfair. Like, imagine putting up that many points, missing the playoffs. They gotta be like top 12 or so. So we lucked out, that's for sure. Dadonov here, a leading scorer, the guy that's on the line. I wasn't actually sure if we were gonna keep him the whole time. Ekblad 55. So Barkov, what's he doing? Only 50 points this year. Varane had 50 though. Kairu. Okay, so this is definitely a team by committee. Jeez, we had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Was that 10 players, 46 plus points, and no one kind of really stood out. Comrie here ended up playing more of the games for us. Pretty good stats there, 0.92, 2.42 against. Don't mind that at all. Like I was saying, I was looking for that kind of tandem setup, and yeah, got more wins for us on the Wongo. Quickly want to check the AHL team. Asplin's actually leading scorer, 63. Krasov at 56. Sokolov 57. So he's not looking too bad for a free agent signing. I'll check the leading scorer. Obviously, it's not going to be us. Probably going to be... Who's it going to be this year? I'm thinking Stamkos. It's Ovechkin again, 101 points. Don't know why I'm doubting him. Stamkos isn't even up here. Jeez. Tavares also up there again. McDavid now 96. I don't think I've ever seen him get higher than... I don't even know if I've seen him get to a 97. Sagan, Larkin with 90 points. I forgot to show you guys Detroit. They're insane. Larkin's an 88 now. Mantha's a 90. I wonder if he's up here. I don't see him, but yeah, they're pretty stacked. Plus, I saw that they got lucky in the 2019 draft. The one that just happened, they got some medium elite defenseman in the second round. Already a 78, so I don't know how they get that lucky, but also want to check the standings. Totally forgot to do that. All right, so let's see where we finished in the league. Like I said, look at this. Columbus, 12th place, missed the playoffs. Pittsburgh, 14th, miss. And then where are we? We're 18th and making it in. Just no justice in the world. Last place. Detroit gets last. Oh yeah, because that was the other thing. So they have like Larkin and Mantha are sick. Got this awesome defenseman in the second round. They have Andrei Svechnikov and Oliver Wahlstrom. Starting goaltender though is Andrew Hammond, who's a 78, and their backup's like a 65. So they're still rebuilding, even though they have a ton of sick players. All right, so we'll see we play in the first round. Is it gonna be Tampa Bay? No, okay, it's Ottawa. Ottawa's apparently good though, because, or no, they're not good. They're like pretty average. All right, so take a look at Ottawa's team. Hopefully, can make a cup run here. Let's find out. Look at this team, guys. I don't know how Ottawa's in the playoffs. Better yet, how are they above us in the standings? 80, 82, 89 is the first line. So Mark Stone is just carrying this team. Ryan, Pageau, Gabrick. What is going on here? This looks like a team that finished last place in the standings. Like, defense. Okay, they do have Carlson, 94. Signed Gardner. Shabbat didn't even grow for them. Usually he grows a ton. How do you ruin Shabbat? Cece, though, did. He's usually, like, he's not even that good. He's like a 78, but he's at 85 for them now. Polk also turned out. Same with Bergman. So I guess I'm glad I put that trade through. I made sure to them, both him and Bodker. Didn't actually think he'd end up playing for them. 81 starters, 78 backup. We better beat this team. So here you go. First round. Let's get by Ottawa. Not a good start. There we go. Tied it up. There we go. Okay, 2-2. Best of 3. Please. Like, we saw that forward group. We get a win there. We need one more. There we go. Okay, we beat Ottawa in 6. And here we go. Tampa Bay in the second round. We knew it was coming. We know who's on their team. You know what? We'll check it for this third time, I guess. All right, so here's a look at Tampa Bay. First line, 93 Stammer, 95 Kucherov. Second line, solid. They actually don't have much depth as I thought. Kaloran's now a 79. Sorelli, he's a 79 in the first year. I don't know how he hasn't grown for them. Callahan's dropped to a 75. I feel like I would definitely be trading him or buying him out. Actually, you know, a bunch of 79s though behind that's not too bad. And their top 4 there, oh my god, is just stacked. Cuckoo, Dotchin, like who cares who's on the bottom pair? Vasilevsky's a 92. They traded for Ilya Sorokin, I guess. Okay, so it's going to be a tough matchup, but we have more depth, and I feel like their top 6, their top 4 isn't that much better than ours. I feel like we can definitely hang with them, so come on. Hopefully third time's a charm. We can't let them beat us all 3 years. Here we go. 7-game series. Come on. Win the first game. Lose the second. Win the third. Come on. We're up 2-1. There we go. 3-1 series lead. Have to win one of these next 3. Are you kidding me? We had the 3-1 series lead. 3-2, 4-1, and a 3-2 OT loss. Apparently, Tampa Bay is our kryptonite. I thought we had them. How? Oh my god. Tampa Bay is just... I don't even think they won the Cup either year. It's just, we can't get by them. It's just, they're the clear better Florida team, apparently. I feel like EA is just torturing us here in this sim. Alright, so... Can't win the Cup every time. Apparently can't get by Tampa Bay ever, though. And the draft results just came in. St. Louis there, first overall, so they get Alexis Lafreniere. Not too bad. Luongo retire yet? Alright, we gotta check goalies, don't we? Still, he's still kicking around. He'll be backing up Comrie next year, although we won't be seeing it happen. Also, as you guys can see here, Washington Capitals, Stanley Cup champions. Barkov, point per game in the playoffs for us, again, just was not enough. So, I still can't believe it. Tampa Bay, yeah. Best of 7 with... that's just exactly like real life, I'm pretty sure. They went 7 games, and then obviously Washington wins it. They beat Dallas there in the Cup final. Dallas went through Vegas, Colorado, and Edmonton. Check out the awards here. So yeah, Stanley Cup. Tampa Bay has not won it any of the 3 years, but it beat us every time. Washington got the Presidents and the Stanley Cup. I think that's like the first time in a while a team's done that. Player awards, Ovi there. So Washington, they're cleaning up this year. Goes to the James Norris. McDavid got Lady Bing. Svechnikov with the Calder, that's sick. How does he's just getting it now, so they sent him to junior in the year 2? That's crazy. Ovi Conn Smythe, Bishop Vesna, and the William Jennings. Murphy, Bill Masterson, McDavid got the Selke. Ovi, Ted Lindsay. McDavid got the Maurice Richard. I didn't even realize that. I thought Ovi, if he had 100 points, obviously had most goals, but apparently not. That's pretty sick. Finally, like, somebody else wins it. AHL Player Awards, Oliver Wahlstrom, most points, MVP, most goals, cleaning up for the Red Wings. Future's looking bright for them. Morgan Frost, outstanding rookie. How's he just playing the AHL now? Lodgren, best defenseman. Ottinger, best goalie. Wahlstrom there, sportsmanship as well. So, actually seeing some names there. And like I said at the beginning of the video, we now have to quick sell a Team of the Year Dadonov, and I don't own one, so I have to just buy it and quick sell it. And we only have 300k, so this puts me down to 200. This definitely hurts. If you guys have any ideas for other like things we could do if we bust, aside from pack quick sells, player quick sells, let me know. As we're running out of coins in Hut, and I feel like I need to keep some just in case. I mean, NHL 19's out in like what, a month and a half, but would like to change it up. So there we go. Just getting rid of 95,000 coins for fun. That hurts, and that's the price you gotta pay, I guess, to be a bad GM. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one though. First time we busted in a couple episodes. If you did enjoy this one, leave that thumbs up. Also, guys, if you aren't subscribed yet, please do that. On the road to 100k. Need your guys' help to get there. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.